Back in San Jose, where Merrill Davis and Charlie White, the leaders in the ice dancing competition, are ready for their free dance. With the Shibutanis in second place, Davis and White in first place. That's unlikely to change. The battle will be for that
They're joining
third
us
spot.
From the Arctic Figure Skating Club in Canton, Michigan, and the Detroit Skating Club in Bloomfield Hills, Michigan. Please welcome now Merrill Davis and Charlie White.
Merrill and Charlie, the first U.S. ice dancers to win the World Championships. They made history last year, 2011. They're both University of Michigan students. In fact, all 5 members of this last group in the free dance train in the greater Detroit area. And Davis and White at the top of their game now, the best in the world, trying to win their 10th straight event.
And they skate to De Fledermaus. This program is musically superb in its construction. Watch how they hit the changes of tempo with such sensitivity. They take an already powerful piece and they just bring it to life.
And a standing ovation for Merrill Davis and Charlie White on their way to their 4th straight U.S. title.
And the tempo of the music with the energy of the music, it's an absolute complete dance. And I love the way, Tom, it plays to their strengths. That when it's soft and gentle, Merrill comes to the forefront, delicate and light. And then as the music gets powerful and sweeping, then Charlie comes to the forefront and kind of steals the show by the end. He really gets out there.
And Tracy, it's interesting to see over the last few years the shift of power in ice dancing come to North America as opposed to the past when it was dominated by the Russians.
Well, and a lot of that has to do with the Russian coaches coming over to North America, setting up shop in the Detroit area, and a lot of the skaters from around the world. I mean, many of the state's top teams and the world's top teams are training in Detroit. Now watch how they play with the music there. And Merrill doing the little running step, getting the syncopation and the lightness out of the music. And then they time their lifts beautifully, building up the rotation, the speed. Very athletic always by nature in their lifts. They've been able to sort of combine that with the sweeping gestures of the waltz and really weaving the elements. And this is where Merrill and Charlie are so strong now. You could see Charlie looked like he was maybe going to go off, but stayed in sync. They're so well trained. They just throw themselves into everything with such conviction and grace at the same time, and building with the final strains of the waltz. And Charlie sets Merrill down gently, and then off he goes to sort of fly into the air with exuberance. And this is just a signature piece for Davis and White, and a program people are going to be requesting for years to come. It's that special.
So here come their scores.
The scores, please, for Merrill Davis and Charlie White. Their score for the free dance, 114.65.
One of their best ever.
Their total score, 191.54, and they are currently in first place.
It is a national panel, but those are world record scores for Davis and White.
With Tanith Belbin, who won 5 national championships with her partner Ben Augusto. And I always remember you back here as the coolest, calmest competitor. But watching you watch your boyfriend, Charlie White, compete, I mean, it's a different deal, isn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely more nerve-wracking being in the stands, and when it's, you know, someone obviously that you're wishing for to do so well, but also, you know, it's out of your control.
And you lit up when you saw him come back here.
Yeah, I mean, that was the most incredible performance that I've seen live in ice dance in my whole career.
You did so much to really move the sport and change the way that people look at ice dancing. How gratifying is it to you to see ice dancing getting its due now and getting the spotlight?
Oh my God. I mean, to see ice dancing where it is today, it's hard to believe or to feel like really I had any part of it, because it's so far beyond what I was ever capable of achieving. It's just an entirely new sport now.
Your contribution is noted.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot for joining us, Tom. Well, Tom, you mentioned Merrill and Charlie's impressive winning streak. As you sit here with your 4th national title, are you a bit in awe at what you've been able to accomplish?
You know, it hasn't come easy. So I don't think we're in awe necessarily, because we're there through the daily grind, working so hard, and it's something we really, really work for on a daily basis.
Monster score. If you skate this well at Worlds, are you going to be able to repeat? Are you the ones to bet on?
You know, we like to think so, but all we can do is go out there and give it everything we've got, which is what we did today and what we hope to do at Worlds.
Okay, I'm going to let you guys go because I know you have homework. History of Rome. She's got to do it tonight, Tom. Congratulations.
Well, in the history of ice dancing, there's no question of where they stand. They're right now at the top of their game. Davis and White, U.S. champions for the 4th straight time.